Assalamu alaikum guys, I just wanted to take a minute to share a profound tip with you, something I've taken from Dr. Israr Ahmed. And he spoke about this in a slightly different context, but I think it applies to studying and to learning and to going through education and all of these things. Because one of the things that happens is that sometimes Muslims, when they go through the educational system, they end up with loads of doubts. Now, there's obviously many reasons as to why this happens. One is that we don't fully understand and grasp the foundations of our own tradition. But there is this tip that I want to share with you that I think, can safeguard us from unnecessary, silly doubts. And essentially, what Dr. Israr mentions, and it was also mentioned by Iqbal and the likes, was that whenever you're reflecting and pondering and studying, it has to be done alongside remembering Allah, doing dhikr. And Dr. Israr, the evidence he uses for this is found in chapter 3, verse 190 and 191, where Allah starts off or mentions that, indeed in the creation of this, the heavens and the earth and the shift and change, the alteration of night and day, in it are signs for people of understanding, of insight, of intelligence. All of these meanings are captured within the word lub, where Allah says ulil albab. Now then Allah in verse 191 further elaborates on who these people are. Allah says, الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقَعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Allah says, those who remember Allah sitting, standing and lying down. They do dhikr of Allah, they remember Allah and reflect, ponder deeply over the creation of the heavens and the earth. So here we see in this verse where Allah is highlighting that the people of lub, people of understanding, insight, intelligence, are those who reflect and ponder and study the world that we live in, but at the same time are remembering Allah, continuously doing dhikr of Allah. And that safeguards one's, I would say, and I believe this is something that Dr. Israr was suggesting and highlighting as well, is that it safeguards one's trail of thinking. And it saves us from, incorrect reasoning. It helps us engage in sound reasoning. And if you just think about it practically, whenever you're reflecting, say you're studying science, and more specifically you're studying physics. When you study the laws of nature and you're remembering Allah, you can connect the dots. You're not only amazed by what you see see beyond what you're studying. You see the why of it, and you can appreciate Allah even more. When you're, for example, studying biology, and you're seeing all of the sort of inner workings of a cell, for example, and you remember Allah and you're remembering Allah, you can appreciate what you're seeing further and appreciate the one that created it. So remembering Allah and continuously engaging in the remembrance of Allah, will safeguard us from all of these unnecessary doubts that we fall into. Because what you see under the microscope in the world that we live in is going to be interpreted in a particular naturalistic way. But why let the world dictate the way we understand what we see, right? In a way, why not let Allah dictate it? Remember Allah. And Iqbal, and just to round off and finish off, Muhammad Iqbal, Ilham Iqbal, he made a profound, he highlighted something amazing in regards to this. He said that the greatest thing one can study from this perspective, if one wants to really develop their thinking and their minds, is studying the Quran. Because the Quran incorporates both the dhikr of Allah, it's the remembrance of Allah, and it encourages us to think and ponder and to reflect over its verses, over its ayat. Because there's so much wisdom there, beyond what we can even imagine. So engage with the study of the Quran alongside whatever else you're studying, whether you're going through university, college, etc. And I think if we keep these things in mind, inshallah, this will really help us in a profound way and save us, like I've said before, save us from unnecessary, pointless, silly doubts which leave us, burnt out and confused and anxious. Anyway, I leave you guys with this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Until next time, take care.